You are listening to High School 510, where sports is the lane, comedy is the pilot, and the sweet Jeeba is our jet fuel. Please sit back and enjoy the ride.
You see the video with Deshaun Watson walking with them girls in college?
Yeah.
Not one of them were black.
Have you been to Clemson?
Yeah, I don't think he had too many choices, Pedro. When you get to these college campuses, Pedro, these it's a whole different aspect of how some of these women throw themselves at the football player and demographics of those women that throw themselves at the football player.
Yeah, we all seen when he got game. I get it.
No, those are two prostitutes. That's not the same.
Yeah.
They actually were porn stars playing prostitutes.
Sex workers is the 2022 term.
Exactly.
Man, fuck the 2022 term. I'm tired of 2022 terms, man. That's the reason why. Well, that's the reason why Russia invaded Ukraine. They saw them and all the Instagram and all the OnlyFans accounts. Said these motherfuckers soften us for invade. We ain't even got to be organized.
It says, hak, slak, slag, dag, smoke, beer, zak, mekak.
Exactly.
I got a new segment we're going to try out. It's basically it's a segment that's going to allow us to kind of talk about something that you've read this past week or recently. It could be a book, it could be an article, it could be something that you read about or are reading currently. But you have to have read something about it, just not watching TV or TikTok or Snapchat or Facebook. You could have read it on Facebook, though. You could have read the article on Facebook.
Wait, so I gotta find the article right now, Jerry?
No. Just if there's anything that you read, this way, like you was reading about the flash floods, like something like that, or like you was reading about, Anne Heche and how she died, or something like that. Like then you could just be like, that was what I was reading about. Or if you were reading a book currently, like that book about Issei Miyake, you like, Aaron. You like that Japanese author, right? His name Issei Miyake.
No, it's nothing like that, dude. If he wasn't half Chinese, I think he'd be racist, and I still think he'd be racist.
Just a little bit. Issei Miyake, man, the designer died this past week. But I think it's Murakami.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I have no idea who that is.
Issei Miyake, he has like he had a really nice cologne. I think my brother and my dad liked it. They bought a bottle of that shit.
Unless Issei Miyake made Old Spice, Pedro ain't gonna know who he is. They came in that plastic bottle.
It's like he didn't make Axe body spray. I don't know who that nigga.
No, Axe body spray.
The old school Old Spice. Remember that Pedro came in that green bottle? It had the same top to Tabasco.
Yeah.
So
no, remember the old school.
Just shaking it like you shake a Tabasco to get some of it out.
No, old school Old Spice. Everybody know that.
Well, the other thing I was thinking about is today we'll do a little an homage to Hamilton Summer Vacation. What did I miss episode?
Y'all's gonna do a homage and how you didn't warn us about your summer vacation. Well, we recording at 6:30. Oh yeah, I'm in Cabo.
Well, I brought all my gear with me up here, so I was tempted to bring it to Hawaii, but at that point, I was just ready just to not do nothing in Hawaii and just relax and just chill and try.
Y'all had too many edibles. We should have recorded while you was in Hawaii because you have fresh content.
Did we have fresh content?
Yes, you did. You almost drowned.
I almost killed Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Several times, including going up a tall ass volcano that we know.
Volcano, that's good content.
Altitudes.
Aaron almost dying is always good content.
Aaron almost dying. When I go somewhere, Jim, I'm almost dying. Knowing I can't do no damn high altitudes.
We're gonna
take me snorkeling right after I'm fresh off a fucking plane.
Well, we didn't know about that. That was
people body shutting down, developing fluid in the lungs for no reason.
Aaron go traveling, and this is how he be feeling.
To get your ass kicked, you made it.
Exactly. Felt like I was just in a fight with Thomas Edmund Hearns in 86, so I know I made it. And then here's the crazy thing. Don't forget, I threw up on that first night in town. And it had nothing to do with being drunk, hungover, nothing. Or even the food I ate. It had to do with needing to get some sleep. I'm like, we out. It's past midnight Hawaii time, which means it's like basically 3 a.m. California time. And I'm tired as heck.
All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to High Score 510. Wait, what do I usually say? We haven't recorded so goddamn long. I don't even remember what we say. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on the Twitter, but that is at Horcrux Hipster on the Twitter. Also, tap in with our Patreon page. If you sign up for our Patreon, you will be automatically entered into our fantasy football league. Okay, there is a prize. I can't tell you what the prize is, but let's just say you could be hanging out with our good friend Benjamin Franklin. You being a patron automatically buys you into the league. We have about 3 spots left. So if you want to join, hop in. For our other patrons, we love you. We thank you for riding with us this whole time, and you guys will already be entered. We are sending out information this week. And we are here with
this is AG3. I'm coming at you I'm coming at you slower than Shaq when he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers or Boston. Just slow. I mean, I'm slow motion, baby. Slow, like Juvenile said. I'm so tired. I'm moving slow motion. Slow motion, baby.
I know a lot of people be out to get me because I'm very vulnerable, man. Especially a 7-year trial.
R. Kelly needed some promazine, whatever they call it. You know, that lean from the South. That's what R. Kelly needed right there. Calm him down.
You heard that his fiance is pregnant, y'all?
How did that happen,
bro? I don't know. I just saw.
You can't get conjugal. Well, yeah, man. See, our prison system, man.
Come on, yeah. R. Kelly.
I think Gavin Newsom and Pelosi running the prison system. It's getting soft.
And we are here with.
Hello, everyone. It's your favorite sick captain, Captain P.Funk, coming to you slower than COVID test that I took Friday. That was negative, but I don't know about that gonorrhea or chlamydia or all the us.
I'll tell you what those are. Those positive. My favorite truck driver, the one from Maximum Overdrive, not you.
Am I the only one aroused right now?
Well, my name is Jarrett, aka DJartt with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink. The D is silent, so it's just Jart.
Now, Dana told me about that big snake situation.
Big worm.
Big worm, big hole, big... I don't give a damn. You get your ass on out of this house, boy. You only got some shit going. And you keep your ass here. Big snake, big worm. What kind of name is that? I bet y'all drinking that wine too, ain't you? Just smoking them tweeds and everything. Wearing them old clothes all half off your ass. What the hell's going on today? Huh?
Weeds.
Oh!
Oh, punk ass daddy, man. You always talking shit.
Just wait, well, hold up.
What you telling him to comb his goddamn hair? Like a bunch of spiders just having a meeting on his head.
Sometimes my hair feels like that. I didn't shower for a week on that camping trip I went on, and my fucking hair was all kinds of nasty and nappy. Anyways, well, we got a good show today. We're gonna catch up on this summer. We've been on a break for about the last month, so we're gonna catch up on some stories in the sports world.
You've been on a break.
Okay, I've been on a break.
Thank you.
And so we haven't recorded about a month. So we're going to catch up on some news stories from the sports world, maybe some news stories from just the news world. Also, we got a brand new segment we're going to introduce. So be ready for that. We're going to introduce a new segment. And if you didn't hear in the intro, we are doing our fantasy football league for our High Score 510 patrons. Go on to patreon.com/High Score 510, tap in, sign up. Anyways, in news this week.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?
A woman in Texas is fighting a traffic ticket for driving in the HOV/ what's that, carpool lane, claiming that after the Roe v. Wade reversal, her unborn child counts as another passenger. What do you guys think about that?
I think she got an argument. I think she got a legit argument in that one.
Hey, see, here's the thing. Is it going to get in the way of the state or the city or the government getting money? Then we ain't going to. It's going to be played the other way. But I just want to know, is that baby over 6 weeks? Can you also get that baby on like an amusement park ride? To be like, she's like, they measure the woman's belly, be like, she got to be 6 weeks or older.
It's probably up to whatever man that's available in that area. If they make the measurements and whatever that man feels is that's up.
Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Well, in other news, the Musk family. I think they call it musk. It's a hormonal thing that, animals, elephants put out. They musk. They put out their pheromones, their hormones, and then they get real aggressive. The men's get real aggressive, and they be running around fighting each other so they can get some beautiful women's. Elon Musk and his daddy both had babies. Aaron, you were talking about Elon Musk's mama who's in her mid-70s and how good she was looking on that swimsuit.
I didn't say she looked. Come on, man. You put a lot on it now.
I said
the other older woman the year before looked good.
Okay, well, anyways.
Kathy Jacobs looked good.
Okay, Kathy Jacobs. Well, shout out to Kathy Jacobs.
That's what I said looked good.
Okay, well, Elon Musk's mama, who's in her 70s, was on the swimsuit issue, but his daddy, who is not with his mama no more, is having his second child with his stepdaughter. And Elon Musk also had a baby out of wedlock, or at the same time as he had with Grimes, with another woman who was some executive.
Wait a minute, back that up again. What happened? He had a child with a stepdaughter?
Second child. That's not a surprise.
Wait a minute, second child with a stepdaughter?
Why'd you run out on me? Because you're not quite evil enough. But it's true.
Yes. Elon Musk's daddy divorced Elon Musk's mama, got married to another woman who had a daughter from a previous marriage, who was about 4 at the time. He raised her, and then Woody Allen'd her.
Yes,
and then had a second child with her.
Oh, Jesus.
Jared's laughing at people's heartbreak right now.
No reason why electric cars don't run right.
Hey, bro, Pedro like really embodied the David Diggs mantra right there.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh, Brandon, Taco Pablo.
Where you at, Jared?
Man, I'm in the big sky country. I'm currently in Montana. You know what I'm saying? Out here in that 90+ degree weather every day, all day.
I heard they calling you the Deshaun Watson of Missoula.
Come on. Hey, I heard Deshaun Watson. I heard he was playing real stiff on Friday.
He couldn't get no access to masseuses, man.
He couldn't
move like he could.
Yeah, too much pent up aggression. Well, in sports news, Deshaun Watson was suspended 6 games by an independent arbiter. Apparently, the league is disgusted, and they are appealing the outside arbiter's decision and trying to get him suspended for more games.
The crazy thing is, I don't know why the league gave it into the outside arbiter hands. You know, they were trying to wipe their hands of it, and then when they don't get what they want, it's even worse.
What you think, Pedro? You're a Cleveland Browns fan, so I know you got some skins in the game, but how you feel about that?
First of all, Deshaun Watson's innocent.
Nigga, please.
Second of all, you don't have.
Pedro about to piss some women up. I already know that right now.
Hold on.
Let's you're about to piss some women off. Let's see.
I can't. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you. If I was to say everything and anything right about women and all the support I give women, you think I would make them happy anyways? I can't make women happy. I try. Women are never going to be happy. They're going to be mad at it. Okay?
Pedro, what have you tried?
Oh, everything. Support. I pay my child support on time. I fix their cars. Give them financial advice. Tell them to stay out this creep DM. He's no good. I was talking about Aaron. And what do? They go ahead and do the exact opposite, all women. So I told all those women, don't go massage Deshaun Watson. But they do. But over there and massage Deshaun Watson. What did he do? Jizz on top of their head.
Do any of y'all know what a BBC is? No! You don't want to know. It does much damage.
I thought the report was he caught it and threw it at him. That was my understanding of the situation.
Well, I don't think we're ever gonna get the true story. I get a whole bunch of made up shit. The only people that heard the true story was the 2 grand juries.
That's what I'm saying. It's sealed documents that 2 cases he won. Something's not right. I know it doesn't look good in the public eye, but all the nasty owners also get massages and throw jizz all over the place. place, have jizz parties, just jizz on all the cheerleaders.
Oh, that's part of the
Come
happy
over
ending,
here,
man.
cheerleaders, let's jizz on you.
And he does it with illegal immigrants. So I don't know what's worse.
Yeah.
It's him taking advantage of
So where do
potentially
you go?
trafficked people, or Deshaun Watson taking advantage of beautiful women from America, white women, might I add.
No, we don't.
No, they wasn't
They were
white.
Yeah,
I don't think they were white. These
None
were
of them?
beautiful black women.
I didn't see too many of them. The ones that showed themselves, identified themselves, they weren't white. He from the South. I feel like he got his taste. Most of the women I'm looking at, Jared, are Latin and like black.
Yeah, but those ladies, a lot of them settled. If they had a strong enough case to, if they had a strong enough case to convict him, there's plenty of women to convict him. So he didn't get convicted. He passed 2 grand juries. 2!
Grand juries are a little bit scarce, though. They're a little bit speculative.
I know, but he's got the same color as all 4 of us here. That shouldn't have been easy to.
No, true.
That should have been easy to get to court.
But he had a beautiful white man named Rusty Harden. He said, "Don't be creeped out by my."
It's another thing that was against him. He was in Houston, which he was trying to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody reads news, so he's trying to leave. This dude, since you don't want to be our quarterback.
You remember what happened to the dude from? And that's another question. I'm not saying that these were all the cases, but in Houston has had a little track record of if you wrong their team, one of their teams in their city, them motherfuckers come at you. Like the dude who outed the Astros and went to the A's. What was his name, Aaron? Mike Fiers. Mike Fiers is the one who outed the Astros for cheating and spoke openly about it. One of the main people that was like the main witness about it. And then there was like people who were like, "Oh, we got your records. Are you talking to a 12-year-old girl?" And
just making shit up, dude.
And so there was,
there was multiple people lying on his ass.
That's what I was going to bring up a couple of weeks ago. I was like, "Look, they go after the athletes, so it ain't like how did he get away with 22 women? This doesn't make any sense."
The way that you build a case against Deshaun Watson is 1, are you a massage therapist? 2, are you a female? 3, did you ever massage Deshaun Watson? You got a case.
You know what's crazier, Pedro, than what you just said, or what happened in this court case, is the fact that you sound worse on your computer than you do on your damn phone.
You do. He do.
And you got 2 goddamn accounts open right now. It's pretty crazy. You said your phone is dying, right? You got your phone and computer on the Zoom call. You got 2 damn windows open, dude. And neither one of you make you sound in stereo or better.
Then he said I was ugly and I couldn't read good.
I'm like, I thought Pedro's phone was dying. I still got that shit on Zoom, dude.
Pedro got condensation building on the lens of his.
Man, it must be real hot out there in Arizona.
No, he got the fan with the bowl full of ice behind it. So he's
come on.
You see on the bottom right corner of his screen is kind of fuzzy. It gets fuzzy. The bottom side of the screen gets fuzzy.
I think at the very least, Deshaun Watson is a pervert. Just considering that he had massages by 50 different women in the same year, like that's.
It wasn't the same year. It was like a 3-month time period. He called 60 of them.
Deshaun Watson is one of the worst pervert deviants that mankind ever know. This is stupid. You don't do stuff like that. That is disgusting.
Wait. He's one of the worst. We got some real bunch of deviants in there.
Right? He did it. The way he did it, he was sloppy. You just put it this way: he's really sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go around. If you got a problem, you get 10 good women and let them freak you.
Well, this is what you do. You hire someone whose job is to be, quote unquote, Brandon, sex worker, right? In 2022. You go out and you hire a sex worker. You go out, you hire you a whore. No, you hire you an escort. And look, you got the money to get a high-end escorts, man. Look, Deshaun Watson, call me, man. I'll tell you, you go to euros.com.
That's where he got sloppy. He wasn't paying.
He's trying to go to Instagram.
$200. You're an idiot.
You know what? It's like, I don't know what it is, Brandon. You know, they say hard times breed strong men, right? And I think it's these 2020 times and this internet made shit easy. So it's like, hey, you know how you always talk about people got the game twisted, Brandon? I think because the internet just made some things easy and they think they could keep it easy, right?
Problem is Deshaun Watson should have been a little bit more like RP.
Listen, be quiet, bitch.
Feel nothing.
Can you be quiet one time?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Drunk or no drunk? Just be quiet one time and listen.
Okay.
and I'm gonna let you know why you threw up.
He was gonna let her know. That's what I love. That's what I love. I'm gonna let you know why you threw up. Drunk or no drunk.
That's funny. Well, back to your original thing, talking about the league, man. Like I'm not in favor for the NFL legislating any of this, right? They're just their employer, right? Like now, the only reason they want to be involved is because it makes the league look bad. That's the only reason they want to be involved. They don't care if you killed somebody in a DUI last night or you
Leonard Little.
They don't care.
Ben Roethlisberger.
They just want to know, hey, if this person shows up to work on Monday, is it going to look bad on us? Because now, if you work in a school, you can get DUI as long as you show up on Monday. You ain't even got to tell the district.
You can show up at work like nothing happened. Like you was at home reading a book all weekend.
There's people probably cooked your food today. That's probably got some cases pending, right? And so it is what it is. Right? I think I'm happy that he is playing because I think that just forces everybody to really think about the legal system that allows this sort of thing to happen, where there's a reasonable assumption that there's a crime committed, or at least something that shouldn't have happened. And like he's not in danger of going to jail as long as he has the money to pay off people. And I think we're going to be reminded of that every time we see the Cleveland Browns play. And I think that's a net positive for people to really start thinking about it outside of sports, man.
Well, paying them off wasn't going to keep them out of jail.
No, well, that's the thing. Like they had the options, right? Because everyone who filed a civil suit had the option. The police came to them and say, "Do you want to press criminal charges against him?" Because they need their testimony. It's not like there's any video of this happening.
But some of them did. Before they took the money, they did, but it never made it through the grand jury. The grand jury is to let them know if we have a criminal case. This motherfucker.
I think there's an evil Pedro. You got the
dude. One Pedro's moving and the other was not. This is tripping me out, dude. Pedro, man, you are not doing the same thing in either one of these videos. It's tripping me out. Dude, Pedro, are you sure you did not? I think we hit like a upside down world or alternate.
Man, it's the us version of Pedro.
That's exactly what came out right there. Dude. Pedro C136.
Pedro's tether came on.
Man, I was multiversing right there.
Exactly. Wow. That was crazy.
I'm the first Negro to ever multiverse.
Yeah, one of them you look like you could have been on the TV in my grandparents' house, just faded and ashy looking. And then the other one, you over here in HD, you know what I'm saying? Got an HDMI. Pedro over here looking youthful, man. He over here looking juicy.
Yeah, one you look at, you're all shining like you got your cocoa butter all on yourself. Not as frustrated.
The other one you look like you got one of them late night infomercials talking about.
Get one of these niggers, please. I'd take him home, but I have a dog.
That's fucked up. I realize that's fucked up, dude. Richard Pryor, man. He wasn't a general, was he, Brandon? Like Deshaun Watson?
He was a junkie.
Oh, he was degenerate, all right. With a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and Pedro also sound like Michael Clark Duncan on this channel.
Yeah, it's his sound change. The other one, he sound like one of those broken drunk guys that's trying to kick you knowledge outside the liquor store. You know what I'm talking about, Brandon. When you went to go see Ma, the one of the guys that showed up with the exact amount of change for a 211. You're like, God damn, this motherfucker put it down exactly.
You gotta play it out. He knows local sales tax and everything.
Everything. I'm like, damn, how did this dude figure it out?
All right. Well, I guess my last question about Deshaun Watson, though, is do you think that this suspension should have been longer? And is it better for the NFL to not have the power and decision making in these suspensions?
In my opinion, I would have suspended him 10 games just for being sloppy. But he
damn.
Yeah.
Take what you did is because you're sloppy.
Because you're sloppy.
Do this shit better.
You're making them lead.
You're making us look bad. Ben Roethlisberger didn't make us look this bad.
Right, yeah, because Ben Roethlisberger is white.
First of all, white man, let me say that I love you, honor you, envy you, enjoy your smell, and I celebrate you in the name of white Jesus.
Beautiful white man.
He's a beautiful white man. He can rape 2 women and get away with it. He got 6 games. Yeah.
They both got 6 games.
But he actually
that was the
raped.
conduct.
He actually raped two people, at least 2 people that we know about that. Like, we heard
I mean, technically the judge.
I mean, technically, is it fingers rape? Yes, it is. Don't
Well,
tell that to Ben Roethlisberger and his wife. Yes, it is.
Yeah. But people being disgusting, man. You know the head of your leagues, the quarterbacks, man. You're held to a higher standard. These guys got to understand that they can't go out in Baker Mayfield.
No, see, that's the punishment. Should have been. They should have had to keep Baker Mayfield.
That's the punishment.
Well,
1
see,
year.
that's the
He's
league-
suspended
the
for
league
a
up
year.
there.
He's suspended for a year. You got to keep Baker Mayfield as your starting quarterback.
Exactly.
For that whole year. I was expecting a whole year, to be honest. And even the Browns were expecting that because they give him that shitty ass contract. Remember, he didn't make a lot of money off of this. What was it, $3 million for this year? All of it's put on all the years after this year to kind of make up for him being suspended. They figure he might be out the whole year. And so I would have just gave him the whole year just for signing that, having the audacity to sign that contract.
Cleveland had the audacity to even offer this shit up.
No, I was suspended the whole year.
Multiple teams wanted to sign him though. Like it was.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. No, he's worth the money.
It was like 8. There was like 8 teams trying to sign him. Like they just was the ones like, "I will give it full guarantee."
How about just nobody signs him? Just be like, we're not signing you, Texans. You guys can just not play him another year. They already played him, didn't play him a whole year. If they wanted to, they could have just tried to outright cut him. But I guess that they don't want to lose the value from him. So it comes down to it's a dirty game where I think the NFL is better not to have it in their hands. We've gotten used to the NFL having it in their hands, so the NFL has become the arbiter and the example and the standard, and within our own, you talk about how sports influence society. A lot of people look at how the NFL handles the discipline, about how, now regular people should be handled with their discipline, and I think it's a big, and we argued about this, whether the NFL and its suspension process and practices was a precursor to cancel culture. Cause I think it honestly was. I think it was easy to see players do something that maybe wasn't that big a deal and get major consequences for it. Some players did some shit that shouldn't have done, and deservedly got big consequences for it. But we got used to seeing players miss entire seasons, never get their career off the ground because of marijuana and other drugs. Regardless, we got used to that, and it got used to people seeing like, hey man, you get canceled for a whole year or two. The NFL, you done for that whole season. You've done for several seasons. We're used to it now. Society now comes along and says, you said something bad on Twitter, you done for at least a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of shit. I think it influenced sports. So I think it's good for the NFL not to have the power, because I don't know if the NFL necessarily in its power in the way it influences society as a reflection of society and an impact on society was doing the best job, or doing something that was actually like leading us to a more thoughtful society. I think it was just like, you do something wrong, crazy ass punishment, and the NFL like could just do whatever they want, because Goodell had the power. The owners had the power. This summer has been hot with NBA players showing up at Pro-Am games. And let's just say it's been a little bit feisty, it's a little spicy. AG3, I know you saw your boy DeJounte Murray, where the Spurs sparked to trade him because of the behaviors. He's been taking things real personally and just clowning fools.
He clowning Pablo Banchero. Funny thing is, it's like they were from Seattle, man. Banchero used to like rebound for him and shit when he's a little kid. I'm like, What's up with this? DeJounte Murray is people like you that kept picking him up in fantasy and telling me, how great of a player he is. That shit went to his head. Spurs were right to trade him.
There were rumors about his perhaps immaturity. I'm not saying that his behavior is a sign of immaturity. I'm just saying that his behavior has been a little bit like, I almost want to like it because I'm like, he takes basketball so seriously, even at a Pro-Am game where he should be just taking it easy.
He was talking shit to one of the dudes. One of the dudes was wearing jeans guarding him, Jared. He was wearing jeans. He was in jeans. I was watching it. He shook him up and then tried to stare him like, dude, wearing jeans, dude.
I was like, this is not like New York or LA Pro-Am right here where you got some guy. It looked like there was also like just some open run kids.
It looked like it was some high schoolers. It looked like it was some high schoolers and some middle-aged men out there. I was like, dude, what else is like middle age? And not an in shape middle age. Not like one of those like, hey man, he might have played D2 ball or D3 ball somewhere. He just always stayed in shape, while working, while taking care of the kids. He's still ripped. No, I'm talking about middle age, like he might be a lawyer or an accountant or some shit, or an architect. That's so.
He's coming off a strained calf muscle in 2020.
Exactly.
It's 2 years to get back.
Sprained his shoulder going a boat cruise.
Well, in other news, DeJounte Murray going at Paolo Banchero said, "I'll blow your back out, boy." So just on the social media beef has been going on. I don't know. He said that Paolo Banchero changed. DeJounte Murray hasn't. Maybe that is a sign of immaturity. He's like, man, I remember you rebounded me when I was 17, 18. I ain't changed. You changed, little nigga.
Yeah, that feels on one, man. But you know what I did like about that? It showed me that if I ever one day get to go show up at, the late former great basketball commissioner David Stern's gravesite, that I'm gonna take a shit on his grave. Because that showed me that Seattle basketball is where it's at. And the fact that he let a team move out of Seattle for his own fucking ego because of the way a politician talked to him, I was shit and piss on his grave. And hope his family there to watch.
Yeah! And that nigga owe me $5.
Total idiot for that.
Now,
because that showed me Seattle needs an NBA team. It's a hotbed for basketball in America.
Well, I'm just going to get some details about the shit you're going to take. Is it going to be squat style straight on the grave? You're going to do Deshaun Watson style, catch your hand.
Nah, it's straight on the grave, man. Squat style. I might sit on the headstone backwards. Depends on what kind of shit it is. If it's like watery, I'm sitting on the headstone backwards, just leaving a trail. Here lies David Stern, husband, father, just shit after that. That's all I was gonna say. Shit.
Like one of those shits after you go to like a hipster vegan bar or something like that.
Well, one of those shits when I go to like a brewery and they got someone there selling tacos and they're telling me, hey, you're the first person here to order hot sauce. So they give me extra hot sauce because they're like, you know how to do it. You asked for us to put on your beans and rice. So we're gonna give you extra hot sauce. And then it just fucks up my stomach and then I'm just firing out shit. One of those shits where it's just firing. Where like I'm pouring milk down my ass afterwards.
You go to a sporting event and you try all their, special items. You get the nachos, you get the chicken wings, you get their, you get their pizza.
I wants to make it home though.
The problem is, I won't make it exactly. I won't make it to the gravesite. I can't even do that here in Oakland because there ain't no damn teams no more.
You don't want to use their toilets because they septic system back.
I might go take a piss and somehow got shit all over my front side and back side.
In other news, the New York Knicks and a new look offense with Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and my boy, or Aaron's boy, Obi Toppin, went to a New York Pro-Am and dropped like 60 or 70 points combined. They still lost by 13 points.
I saw that shit, dude. They lost by 13 points to a bunch of nobodies. The other team didn't even look like they had.
The other team had two separate guys score 40 points each.
That was that game.
That was they got it.
I didn't know
they was blowing it up.
Three Knicks were playing together.
These fools showed up and scored 70 points combined. And then I looked at it, I'm like, they lost.
They got two niggas on the other team that scored more than all three of them.
Yeah, they said, there's two dudes that scored 40. I got their name.
Yeah, I never heard of dudes. I was like, man, do I recognize them name?
Didn't recognize them in college or nothing, dude. No. They ain't even seen in that little basketball tournament that they have on ESPN for $1 million.
They wasn't even like former McDonald's All-Americans or nothing like that. Maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna say that this is probably a pretty accurate precursor with the Knicks
Pro-Am, exactly. Pro-Am's gotten real sloppy, man. I used to go to Pro-Am when I was in college and post-college, when I was still close to college age. And it was nice to see, man. It was competition. The crazy thing about it now is you see a lot of pro players playing together on the same team. You didn't see that back in the day, Pro-Am. What was nice about it was like, oh, dude, they going to get somebody that don't have pro players. Or it'll be one pro player. It'll be like GP or J Kidd. And he'll be out there running with some team of friends that were real sauce. So it was like, hey, it's going to be a good game. Everybody want to show what's up. I used to see Abdul Rahim. I remember it was a game, Abdul Rahim, J Kidd, I got to see, and they were all on different teams. And Tony Gonzalez played in that one. And it was good because it was like they would divide up and the teams would be even and it'll just be some good runs. But now these fools, man, we're going to get together. I'm surprised they didn't bring your boy RJ Barrett with them. Like, we just need you slapping the floor, RJ.
I think they would have won with RJ Barrett playing.
RJ Barrett would have shot 7 of 37 for 27 points. You know what I'm saying? 3 of 6 from the free throw line also.
We went to a Knicks game and Obi Toppin was RJ Barrett was the worst player on the court. Darius Garland was the best player on the court. Probably the third or fourth best player in the court was Obi Toppin. He was balling. He excited me, man. He excited the crowd.
He excites me as he's going to be one of those guys who's never going to be that. Like if he averages 16 points a game,
Is that their whole reason?
I'll be happy with the 9 and 8.
no, he needs to average 16 and 10 to warrant all the hype in his draft position.
You may think that's the reason. Let me ask y'all. You might think
Draymond Green don't average 16 and whatever the fuck you just said.
Yeah, but Draymond Green facilitates the offense in a lot of ways and plays way better defense.
Here we go.
Saying, like, there's a big difference.
Yeah, I like how you keep bringing up this shit we can't quantify.
Yeah,
you bring up shit we can't quantify.
That's part of the beautiful. No. Well, you can qualify it though. There's differentiation. Like there's qualitative and quantitative ways of measuring something. So we can look at the quality of what he does versus what Obi Toppin does, and you can say that player impacts the game more.
He does impact more than Obi Toppin. I just wanted you to say that, and I want Brandon and Pedro to notarize it. So when we talking about another player and this same shit come up, I'm gonna say the same words you just used. I'm not gonna say the words. I'm gonna say, remember your Draymond Green argument.
I know. I'll tell you if a player is better than Draymond Green, or if I'd rather have.
No, I'm talking about even in other sports. When you start dissing people, and you're not understanding why this, and I'm like, dude, he brings leadership and this and that, and blah blah blah. Notarize it, Brandon. Notarize it for me, please, Brandon. You've been hearing us argue Draymond Green for years, so notarize it, please.
In other news, Draymond Green wants a max deal. Does he deserve it?
I'll let Brandon start with that one. We need Brandon to start with this one.
Deserved is a very tricky word.
Are you qualifying or quantifying?
I want like the quantitative version of deserve or the qualitative because
qualitative version.
Because in the qualitative, Draymond deserves it. In the quantitative, he don't deserve it.
Say, what universe are we in right now? All right. In the space of time that we occupy right now, Draymond Green's not going to get a max deal, at least from the Warriors. Now, I think the Warriors are in a tricky spot because they've committed to 4 people, right? It's Draymond, Steph, Clay,
and basically Wiggins.
And basically Iguodala, right? They're like, if he comes back, we'll pay him whatever.
Yeah, but he's getting paid little. He's not making that much.
No, it's Wiggins that's getting that. Wiggins got the big contract.
Yes.
But they are dangerously close to having a reputation.
Pools coming out.
Other players, right? Because basically all the other sporting players, whether they're good or not, they sort of just let them go. Like, you come back, we'll replace you with somebody else. And I think they've made it clear that they want to keep the core together. They're going to do the best effort to do so. But does Draymond deserve the max? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Because I think we had these conversations like when the podcast first started, like whose talent is going to deteriorate the fastest. And every year it's been Draymond Green. 4 less points. Talking
his
more
defense has gotten worse.
His points were up here and his talking shit was low. Now his talking shit is high. His points are low.
His rebound numbers, his assist numbers are all low, Jared.
On the qualitative side, though, I do want to give him credit because he did take less than what his market value would have been to stay with the Warriors.
Oh no, go look at the contract.
Give him flexibility to say, hey, we can now afford with our luxury tax that we're willing to pay to get KD for those 3 years.
Yes, he probably could have made more from Detroit, but that's everybody.
He asked for that, Jared. He's like, man, we should get KD. He's like, well, this is what it's going to take.
Yeah, you got it. He had to sacrifice. He's the one out there making a phone call.
All right, so is the change of heart of him not wanting the max contract or being willing to bypass the max contract? Because by all means, like, he had earned enough accolades and played enough in the league to have gotten a bigger contract, and to now where he's like, I kind of think I deserve it. I want one. Like, you know, what is that saying about our boy Draymond or where he's at in his career? Maybe.
Jared, think about this. Let's say Draymond gets traded to the Detroit Pistons in 2016. He's not getting another contract in the league. Like, he realized that he plays for another team.
No, hold on. Brian Cardinal and Anthony Tolliver, who were discovered in that golden era of Don Nelson basketball, where he refused to play rookies and he'd rather find journeyman guys who had averaged 4 points and 6 rebounds a game and bring them in to play. Okay, like, those guys bounced around the league for about a good decade plus after they got their start. They were already like 30 when they joined the Warriors, and they played for like another 10 years. So if they can bounce around,
they're not playing for about 10 more years.
Hey,
look at Anthony Tolliver. Look at Anthony Tolliver's career.
Send me the highlight reel of Tolliver or Cardinal cursing out the coach or the players during a game. You show me that video, and then I'll tell it that I'll concede that maybe he gets another contract. But from the video I see of Draymond Green cursing at people all day and at the refs, he's no other team's gonna be like, oh yeah,
Anthony Tolliver did not play no damn 10 years, man. He played overseas. Then he was with the Spurs for 1 year. Then he was in Austin. Then Iowa Energy. Then he was in the Turkish league playing for Galatasaray Cafe Crown. Then he was in Idaho. Then he played for Portland Trailblazers in 2009. Then the Idaho Stampede the next year. And then the Warriors signed him from his Idaho Stampede for 1 year. And then he did 2 years with the T. Oh, shit. Hold on, Jared. God damn. Hold on. You might be right. This motherfucker, after the Warriors in 2010, he played last year. All NBA teams. He bounced around. Warriors, Minnesota Timberwolves 2 years. Hawks.
Oh, he was on the Timberwolves.
He was on the Bobcats, for Christ's sake. Suns, Pistons, Kings, back to the Detroit Pistons for 2 years. T-Wolves, Portland Trailblazers, back to the Kings. Memphis Grizzlies and Kings both last year. He was with 3 teams last year in 2020. And then he was with Philadelphia 76ers last year. Oh my God, you're right.
I'm telling you, my boy Anthony Tolliver. If he could do it, Draymond could have done it.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Applebees is coming out with a chicken wing flavored lip gloss in 4 saucy flavors. Evil Pedro with your new fresh skin, looking like the older brother of Michael Jace, and being the Wing King. Can you please tell us, will you be trying the new Applebee's chicken wing flavored lip gloss?
No, that isn't category. That's not in the category of wings. I'm right, man. That seems like some cheap.
How are you supposed to try it? You want him to put it on his lips and walk around?
Man, he looking all moisterized right now. He could just do like a thing where he just tries
that's a good question, Pedro. Is the lip gloss really like? Is it more like chapstick, but it just makes your lips look greasy, like you just left church of chicken?
Well, that's if you just eat regular wings, you have nature's lip gloss. It's basically nature's chapstick. Why do I need a stick, fake flavored stick for
garlic parmesan lip balm?
Why would I buy this lip gloss when I don't get the added benefits of the bubble gum?
So when I can't take the deuce and put it on David Stern's gravesite.
Exactly. Can't deuce off a lip gloss on David Stern's gravesite.
I don't know. This might be something for some, I don't know, white kids that look cool. Got me.
So what is the hot chicken wing flavor is? It's just Frank's Red Hot sauce?
Thank you. Applebee's don't come up with no flavors. All they do is buy stuff out the grocery store. They're the most generic restaurants. Like it ain't like Bob Big Boy sauce or
we just got a bunch of olive oil with salt and pepper on it.
Pedro, as the wing king that you claim to be, will you at least get your woman laced up and glossed up with this wing lip gloss?
No. The lady, no, I'm not.
You ain't no real wing king because I want to.
No, man. I'm
get it
not
for my lady.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm not kissing no lady that tastes like Applebee's chicken.
That's true. Out of all the chicken, Applebee's, out of Christ's sake. I mean, Pedro might do it if his churches, Popeyes, or Jim Dandy's.
Somebody from the hood.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Jim Dandy's grease on him. You might have to fight after that.
We should do though. Yeah, we should do that. Let's create our own PR team firm. Pedro, Aaron, y'all come with a proposal. Brandon, you the business manager. We'll propose this new marketing scheme to Popeyes or Jim Dandy's, and then we get them to make their own lip glosses, and we sell it to the hood.
I don't know if that's gonna work, Jared.
Yeah, every liquor store. Crispy crunchy chicken, get it in every liquor store.
Aaron, you remember the old school lip glosses? They used to have all the candy flavors, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Girls was always wear them. And they gave off a smell too. They also smell. They also smell like you can smell them real far on a girl. So imagine they had that chicken. That would be disgusting. Someone might throw up in class.
It's like
all the middle school kids throwing up.
It's like all the classrooms smell like buffalo sauce, sweet garlic, chili.
I'm gonna have to go around with Jared. Who the hell wants Pedro? Who the hell wants Applebee's flavored chicken?
It's just crazy. All right, let's move on. I want to get to our new segment we're revealing this week. It is a segment about something that you've read in the last since the last time we met. Something that you've been reading about. It could be a book. It could be an article you read, and just tell us something that you read about or something that you was reading about, and you could just share it. It doesn't have to be much, but otherwise, here is our first installment of our new segment, Reading Negro.
I wish I would have got a text to let me know that I should have some prepared.
Brandon, when he told us as we start the show,
Brandon, I
asked him, should I get something prepared? And he told me no. He told me no, Brandon. He told me no. He told me as we start the show.
Brandon, I text today. What did I text today? Are we recording?
Jingle, yeah, that's the best room.
Dude, we got a show today?
Got a show today? You think it's prepared around here? Shit. I recognize.
But yeah, if you read something, it could be a book you're currently reading. It could be a book you finished, or it could be a book you read a long time ago. Just something that you read. So.
You do know I don't read, right?
Read, nigga!
Our newest segment, Reading Negro.
I wish I were LeVar Burton.
Cataracts in the eye, sugar for twice the size. Take a look, it's in Granny's cookbook, a Reading Negro. I can't grow any hair. Lost my fro, hair club or no, a Reading Negro. Mispronouncing anything. Big words and books had me shook, a Reading Negro. Reading Negro. Reading Rainville. Reading Negro. Reading Negro.
I wish I were LeVar Burton. F*** all y'all. F*** all y'all. Warp speed, don't rainbow read me, nigga.
You said Cadillacs in the skies?
He said Cadillacs in the sky.
No, I said cataracts in the eyes.
The eyes. Okay.
Oh, man. That was our first time hearing the jingle. And I'm really more upset with Jason right now that he didn't stop the recording of that.
Oh, yeah, that was a Jared.
That's who I'm really upset about. I'm worried about y'all, man.
Yeah, so
quarantine's taking its toll, man.
Well, anyways, welcome to Reading Negro, y'all. I'm reading the book. Well, technically, I haven't started reading it yet, but I bought it a year ago and I've stared at it on my bookshelf. And I brought it with me to Montana this week, and it's called The Like War, The Weaponization of Social Media by P.W. Singer and Emerson T. Brooking. And it's the book that, talks about the weaponization and manipulation of social media to basically, fund social movements and other things. And so I haven't read it yet, so I'm hoping it'll be interesting.
He's holding the button back.
He just LeBron James us.
This is
just
reading.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
On the first page.
By reading.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, reading is fundamental.
You know, that LeBron James always got that photo of him on the first page of every book.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you just did. Acting like you were some type of intellectual Negro.
Brandon, what have you been reading about?
So 2 books I dropped in the chat here. The first one is Woke Inc. Inside Corporate America's Social Justice Scam. And it basically just describes like how corporations are profiting off the woke culture, right? So something like Walmart, Target, places like that. Hey, like, can we make money selling Pride mugs? Yes, we can. Now, sometimes it goes too far when we talk about the Juneteenth sort of stuff.
The ice cream they made.
Black people are a little finicky about that. So they stick to the Pride stuff. They sponsor Pride events, even though a lot of their policies don't necessarily support those sort of lifestyles in it. So just something
you're talking about who they donate their money to in elections and whatnot.
Exactly, right. And they're able to raise money for stuff that they don't actually have to put any of their corporate funds to, right? Say, hey, we established this scholarship fund to help immigrant children or to help LGBTQ folks. And then they say we're to raise this charity. Oh, we gave $25,000, but basically that helped 2 people get through the first semester of college.
That sounds like an and
they'll spend $1 million telling people about this $25,000 they donated. The second book is by a black right-wing leaning dude, Jason L. Riley. Please Stop Helping Us: How Liberals Make It Harder for Blacks to Succeed. Now, I'm not the kind of person who likes to read. I'm not the kind of person who likes to read stuff from people I already agree with. I already agree with you. All right, fine. I don't need to read your book or give you $17 to do it. So this book, it's pretty deep. But a lot of it I generally agree with. I agree. Like, I understand how you get to that end or that sort of viewpoint, right? Because he talks about how unemployment was really low before integration. Homelessness was actually really low before integration because people had family and family units. But once we integrated and then we started treating some Black people nicer than other Black people, it started this whole infighting in Black culture. And all these policies that are meant to help us really put us in competition with each other. And he's like, hey, if y'all just stop helping us, like, we will all help ourselves. That's his big premise. Interesting read. Some parts will make you scratch your head, like, man, how do you get to that point? But I also thought that was a good one. Hey, it has 5-star reviews on Amazon, by the way.
It sounds like a bunch of woke people read those books.
It has 1,300 reviews.
Brandon, I can't wait to buy those books and put them on my bookshelf and stare at them for a year without opening them.
Hey man, I'll hook you up with the audio version, man. Just let me know.
That might be better. That might be better. Listening Negro.
Short tangent. I joined TikTok this week. I thought for sure there was gonna be like an Amber Alert or something like that happened when I joined. But it's all bad financial advice and butt cheeks on there, man. What?
I like booty.
Like, I don't know.
They know your demo. That's what it is. They're like, he's probably in financial trouble at this point. He's how old is he? He's probably got financial woes, and he probably likes ass. Cutty Corner shout outs. All right, let's get to Cutty Corner shout outs.
It's time.
We're burning now.
God, if you let it in, hell!
So cold and bleeding now.
I'm in for this, man.
Gonna let you down.
He had sex with my mama.
We're broken people now.
I just said I need a
Aaron, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
My Cutty Corner shout out goes out to all these streaming services. I don't know. I mean, I guess you're supposed to be cheaper than cable, but it seemed like because none of you guys play the same shit, I gotta have access to so many things that it's now becoming as expensive as cable. I got about 5 streaming services, 7 if you include the ones I don't pay for but pass out the passwords for. And the sad part is that they keep putting just very little content that I want to watch on it. Cutty Corner goes out to basically Hulu for putting that Predator movie on there. I don't know when the hell I'm gonna watch it. I don't have Hulu. My Hulu ID I traded with someone. For some reason, I forgot the password, so it's only on my phone. I don't want to watch the damn movie while holding it the whole time.
You can cast it on your new TV though.
I can, but you know, I'm trying to see shit in HD. That
Hey, wait, hold on. You got a new TV?
Yeah, I got a new TV. Cutter shout goes out.
Wait, hold on, man. That should open the show with the new TV, man. You played around with this idea for about 6, 7 years, man.
6, 7 years. I'm
like 10 years.
A long time ago. It's been over 10
had that
years.
TV for like 10, 12 years.
I had the TV for over 10 years when I was in Woosley. My old TV's a 720. People was like, wait, you've been watching football on a 720? You ain't watching 4K or even 1080? Nope, 720, man. 720 probably slow megahertz pixel, so it was really getting low quality. And so, yeah, I got a new TV now. I'm excited. I played Call of Duty for the first time, didn't realize how many colors were in the game and that some parts are clearer than others and that some parts the sun shines on the game.
I heard you can pass Spider-Man on Sega Genesis.
Come on.
This full screen was looking like the pure Pedro, the Pedro we all know on the other screen earlier on the show.
The good Pedro.
The dusty Pedro.
So I got a new TV, but the problem is I had to go out and get a new Apple TV to go with it because the stupid little apps on the TV they don't work as well. I don't like them. Problem is I don't remember the Hulu password, so I can't watch Prey on it. So then because of that, I've been watching a lot of Jarrett's Netflix, and then all of a sudden I see Jarrett puts on the list one of the movies that just looks like it's gonna be terrible. And I mean, they just announced the movie, and seconds later, Jarrett put it on the list, and it was that Jamie Foxx vampire movie,
Daybreak.
That's it. It's Daybreak. That shit looked terrible.
No, it was Day Shift. I watched it. I
heard it was good.
Was it good?
I didn't think it looked too bad.
I heard it was right.
I would say if you go into it thinking it's going to be terrible, it's a 7 out of 10.
Oh, so I'm gonna like it because I think it's gonna be terrible.
But if you go into it with the expectations of it like being bright, you're gonna be like it's a 4 out of 10.
I thought Bright was gonna be terrible, to be honest.
Will Smith, Wizards and Elves, man, what could go wrong? Brandon, do you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
So I have Discovery Plus, which is HGTV Food Network, because I'm domesticated and I like fancy shit. Did you know?
And how much was that?
Oh, no, it's $6.99 a month without commercials. I'll give you the password.
Not bad.
I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do because now that they merged with HBO Max, I don't know if I'm
Brandon,
the price goes up for
Brandon. I fear for you. I fear for Brandon right now. I fear for Brandon. I fear as though Brandon is admitting to go into that phase of his life where he drinks a bottle of wine and only has regular sex now. It's not a good thing, Brandon.
Hey, welcome to my world, Brandon.
First of all, as you get older, Jarrett, you may be experiencing this. And when you step down, you get a family, you get kids, right? So here's how bad it could be. And you just want it to be right here.
just good enough.
Just enough. Just enough. Right? And you're like, oh man, today was a good day. That's all you want to say. Like, hey man, shit didn't go bad today.
So does Discovery Plus have all the cooking shows on it?
Yeah, man. No, my mom's been going crazy because I shared the password with her too. She was like, "Oh man, I can see all my Guy Fieri and all the Food Network stuff."
I gotta find out which one. Yeah,
but is it going away? That's going away, right? With the
it's still another year or so before they like actually merge and figure out what the app's gonna be.
Yeah,
but yeah, crazy stuff. Because Lil Jon has a house remodeling show. I found out Cameron has a show called Hip Hop My House.
Does Irv Gotti have one? call Who's That Nigga in My House?
Oh, no, he's got a documentary on there called Who Really Killed Tupac and Biggie, man. Like they put out
that's a good one. I saw that one. That's actually a good documentary.
They put out new content all the time. Now it depends on if you're in that target demographic of drinking wine.
Regular sex. Okay.
Well, it depends. Yeah, we got to define regular sex though, because is it regular for Pedro? Is it regular for Aaron? It's regular for me because
I know because what I consider regular, Pedro consider irregular. Yeah, exactly.
Pedro is a regular pastor. He's a regular sex pastor.
You're on top. There's 3 positions in the regular sex or the regular sex universe. 3 positions. That's it.
No man, they had a pastor.
Dusty Pedro. Is this how I know you're evil? You evil moisturized Pedro because Dusty Pedro said there's only 2.
Yeah.
He said missionary and on top.
I heard they used to call you One Hole Pedro.
That is I'm gonna die with that name. You did right. I'm gonna die with that name.
Yeah, I'm really going to hell thanks to this podcast. I spent so much time in church growing up.
Pedro, you have a Cutty Corner shout out?
Real quick. All right, Mega, y'all got to get a Cutty Corner shout out. All the Mega Fox News, News One.
You mean MAGA? MAGA?
No, MAGA. Whatever.
Give him a Cutty Corner shout out for
MAGA.
I thought he was about to talk about Megan Good in a second. This motherfucker, that MAGA.
No, Mega.
Aaron and Pedro, both of y'all get a magic.
What I get one for?
Because you told me to give him a Cutty Corner shout out.
I didn't even realize that.
This magic moment.
And
At least I pronounced the words right though.
Yeah, Pedro keep calling him Mega.
Like the Mega Millions? That's what I thought he was talking about, like the Mega Millions. Or Megan Good. Did he put an N on it? It's like Mega. You know what I'm talking about, Megan.
You know them maggots.
Ignorant megas.
So the whole the news network trying to hold this the FBI accountable all of a sudden want to defund the FBI. All the talk, all the crazy talk on the side of everything that's going on in the media. Do y'all not know this nigga had nuclear? The search warrant, they're saying they're looking for nuclear codes. This nigga was gonna sell nuclear code secrets to the Saudis, and y'all still tripping on this. I need my white Jesus. Yo, honky's crazy. You gonna see white Jesus if this fool sells codes to the Saudis. Defund the who? How about going down to that rich white man's house and drag him out for treason, which he's going to be set up for here in a minute? These white people have totally lost their mind because this fool about to sell all this stuff off because he ain't got no money. Y'all worshiping demigod, a false prophet, a false king, and all y'all some low-life crackers.
Salty ass motherfucker. You must be talking about Biden because I pray for Trump's health every day.
Well, my Cutty Corner shout out goes out to the Dallas Cowboys, mainly Joe Philbin and Mike McCarthy. Okay, I was gonna say this. Joe Philbin or Mike McCarthy, you the head coach. You be like, man, we don't come to practice to fight. We want to do it the right way. No. I want my team to be a little bit nasty. If they're gonna fight another team while they're practicing at altitude in 90-degree weather, then I'm gonna let them fight. You know what I'm saying? They went and did a joint practice before they played their game at Mile Highs, and there were some scuffles. And you know what? I'm like, you know what? I got men on my team. We gonna fight. We trying to win. We ain't trying to make no penalties though. Mike McCarthy, once again, the Cowboys played yesterday. They did the first preseason game. You know how many penalties they had? Anybody know? Anybody?
11's my guess. 8's my guess. 8.
Brandon, how many do you think they had?
12.
Pedro, how many do you think they had?
I don't know how many they had, but I know the yards.
They had at least 15 penalties. I think it was 16, maybe 17. They
15 penalties?
They had
over 15?
They had 15 or more penalties, and they cost themselves over 125 yards. Okay?
At one time, they had more penalty yards
than they had passing yards. In the fourth quarter, bro. In the fourth quarter.
So we know the Cowboys season going this year.
So Mike McCarthy, get your shit together. Get your team to play dirty and nasty. I want a dirty team next year, but I want them to be willing to toe that line.
Actually,
Jared, playing dirty.
Actually, Jared, you don't want them to get together because you need Mike McCarthy to get fired this preseason, so
you get Sean Payton in there.
Exactly.
That's
Sean
what
Payton
we
gonna take the job right now.
No, Sean Payton.
You need him fired halfway through the year.
Yeah, we need Sean Payton. But the other thing is Joe Philbin. Oh, what do you know Joe Philbin for?
Wasn't he an wasn't he a special teams coach?
He's an O-line coach, assistant head coach. For Packers a little bit, a couple different things. But Packers is where he built his name. He's the offensive coordinator for the Packers when Aaron Rodgers, won the Super Bowl, which was like, what did you do really? You were like one of those things where it's like, you have a great quarterback, you have an offensive head coach who made the playbook and calls the plays. You were the offensive coordinator that did jack shit, and you got a head coaching job for 3 years in Miami. What'd you do? Lose. You've been an offensive line coach, yet your offensive lines is doo-doo butter and soft. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers never had a tight offensive line. They were good in pass protection because they had to be, but Aaron Rodgers made them better because he could scramble, move around, extend plays. But they were never great and dominant in run. Why? Joe Philbin. Okay? Cowboys, offensive line. You know why it's getting softer and more porous and letting up all these fools just run through the goddamn line? You know why? Joe Philbin. Joe Philbin got to go. That motherfucker is. You see, the problem is, for some reason, they keep hiring bad motherfuckers to be offensive line coaches. Once they lost your boy that called all those players stupid on the Raiders, the dude who was, wherever he goes, he has great offensive lines. What's his name? Callahan. Callahan made great offensive. Cowboys offensive line coach in 2016. You know what I'm saying? Dominant season offensive line wise. They lose him to go be a head coach or whatever he wants to do, and then they start bringing the dudes who decides who is a good offensive lineman by how they put ketchup on their hot dog. Okay, they had that for he ran the team for a season. They fired him mid-season. Get him out. He got to go. Dallas Cowboys, y'all really pissed me off. McCarthy, get your together. Penalty's got to go. Also, start
You
Tyler.
saying you want them nasty? How can you can't take one?
You
of
can
them
play. There's plenty of teams that play
But
nasty.
back in the day when the Raiders
without
was nasty,
penalties.
they got penalties.
No, but that's just because they were stupid and they were all like, plays. They were all players that were picking at second chance players. You get a bunch of second chance players, you're gonna have a bunch of second chance problems.
They were all coked out.
They were all coked out. They're all warded out. They all were getting their second, third chances, and those schools come with baggage. So, anyways, shout out, sponsorship, whatever. Get your shit together. McCarthy, you better get fired and keep coaching up these penalties like that.
I told you, Jarrett don't stand for it.
When are you happy with Cowboys? Did we hear about when you mad at them?
When they win the Super Bowl.
Why
He ain't been happy in a long time.
All right, Pedro, what have you been reading lately?
You know, Pedro, man, he reading that Michael Jace book, How to Shut the Bitch Up.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Permanently. That's no disrespect to the family of the woman that Michael Jace killed.
Come on.
I hope you guys get restitution knowing that he will burn in hell along with me. We will be burning together. Only difference is I might like it.
Oh, come on, man.
Me, him, and OJ gonna be next to each other in hell. But I'm more like stink me.
Why would OJ be? Wait a minute, hold on now. Why would OJ be?
OJ gonna be there because he know if he comes back to LA, he'll probably end up sitting next to the guy that killed him.
Only crime OJ did was try to get his stuff back. That's what book I'm reading.
Well, I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I'm reading.
Oh, man.
If I did it. if I did do it.
And I did think about doing it.
You got the unreleased copy, man.
When I thought about planning how to do it, this is what I would have done.
This is how
I do it.
Well, it's crazy about that book. Well, I remember somebody saying about that book because they read like the advancce copy or like the outline of the book. He's like, basically, this is evidence they use in your trial. Ain't nothing new in there, man. Like, oh, I would have scaled the back fence. I would have stabbed him 57 times.
If I would have done
Jesus Christ. Oh boy, I just love life sometimes.
All right. Well,
Thank God for OJ.
That's a good book to take us out on. Well, thank you guys for listening to
I don't read y'all.
Reading Negro.
Let me tell you, I'll be reading these bills though. These bills right here. It's Capital One. I owe $7,882.
Pedro pick up the bill, talk about.
So what did I miss? What did I miss?